Hi, I'm Alexis. This is me, and this is a little bit of the awesome life that I've built over the last 26 years. If you had asked me when I was younger where I saw myself when I grew up, this definitely wouldn't have been it. But I've been fortunate to have some crazy adventures, to travel the world, to have loved and to have lost, and I'm really happy where I've ended up. So here's the story of how I fell in love and met my soulmate, and eventually fell in love with myself in the middle of the desert. Let's start at the beginning. I was lucky enough to have traveled to many countries by a young age, but my real adventure began when I decided to pack up all of my belongings at the age of 19, hop in my minivan with my coonhound, and drive cross-country, not knowing where I was going. I left my home in New York, leaving behind years of mental illness, abusive relationships, and looking to find something better. And one day I found it. After 4 months on the road, I met a stranger and his dog in the middle of the Moab desert. I felt so connected to the stranger, and not knowing where I was going, he convinced me to come back to Denver with him. I had never done anything so crazy, but the chemistry was just there. For the next 3 years, we had wild adventures all over the country. We gambled, we traveled, we took risks, we climbed mountains, and we fell more in love every day. My dogs loved his dogs, and then we got a dog of our own. But I said this story had ups and downs, and we both had our demons to face. I was still recovering mentally, and he was too. So for 2 years, we lost each other. We traveled states away, but in our minds and our hearts, we were still right next to each other. There wasn't a day I didn't think about him. We began other relationships, tried to forget the love that we had, tried so hard to forget each other. But it just didn't happen. And finally, one day we were ready to come back. I called him on a whim in the middle of the night, and months later we were together again. Wasn't that just fitting? I feel as if my whole life I've been rising from the ashes of my past self, rebuilding, growing stronger, being better than who I was. And why not have that reflect itself in my relationships? The Phoenix is something I've always identified with, and I hope that I'll continue to rise every time that this world knocks me down. So that is me, an artist, a lover, and above all, a phoenix, rising from the ashes and becoming better every single day.